on PYX 106. Waking up with the Wolf on PYX 106.
9:10.
And for today, temps going to be warming up from the current 42 degrees to 65. Your weather powered by Mavis Discount Tire. Go to MavisTire.com.
All right, one of the biggest stories in the news, of course, is Michael Jackson, the trial of Dr. Conrad Murray. Paul Harding joins us from the law firm of Martin Harding and Mazzotti. And clearly, Paul,
Good morning.
Lovey has totally forgot what she's supposed to do.
Forgotten.
Yes, you have, because the last time I mentioned Paul was coming on, you didn't do the number. I don't know where your brain is at, but it's not with Paul.
She may have a new plan in place, so I'm sure Lovey's worked something out.
I know what her plan is, and it doesn't involve saying Martin Harding and Mazzotti when she's supposed to.
Do the number.
1-800-LAW-1010.
Oh, no, you're done. You're done. You're fired. You're fired from saying the number.
Paul, somebody told me that.
You're fired from saying the number.
Paul, I am not. Listen, I'm talking to Paul right now.
The slip is pink. She ain't going.
One-on-one, you and I. Go ahead.
Somebody told me that it really irritates them for me to sing the 1-800-LAW-1010.
Oh, really? But you don't listen to me when I tell you something irritates me.
You don't count.
You irritate me.
So I wanted to leave it up to Paul.
Well, it certainly wasn't me saying it. No, I loved it.
1-800-LAW-1010.
I can't hear it enough, actually. I can't hear it enough. The whole segment could be just you singing that number.
Oh,
I think
boy.
Paul, do you have an opening for an employee?
We're looking for one singing employee. Yes, we are.
Lovey's available.
1-800-LAW-1010.
Let's talk about the Michael Jackson trial. What have your observations been?
Well, this Conrad Murray, Dr. Murray, he's had from the beginning, he's been scrutinized and overanalyzed, in terms of what his involvement was. And what came out most recently was a video, of an audio tape of Michael Jackson in this third speech and unable to communicate, and the fact that he was probably in the next room, doing texting, doing some other work, not even kind of paying attention to Michael. And the defense is that, we were monitoring him, but he took this lethal injection himself. But there's been a parade of witnesses. I don't know if the most recent witness is his the mother of his child, his living girlfriend, former stripper. Yeah, and they just keep hammering the guy. I mean, things are not getting better for him.
Well, I think the issue with the iPhone was that he actually illegally recorded in California, Michael Jackson, which they're trying to make it seem like was he using that in case Michael canned him?
That's what I thought.
So this guy he's definitely gonna. They said there's no room in jail though. He'll probably won't even do any time.
Well, it's an interesting. Number one, he's the involuntary manslaughter. So the charge is maximum 4 years.
Right.
I was more concerned with just the fact that this proliferation of all these drugs and all these things he was giving to Michael. To me, that seems like the more serious charge. He's moving these controlled substances in and out of the house. And yes, he has the ability to get them, so he's not a drug dealer. But the fact that he exposed them to him and resulting in the death, I was surprised that was the only charge that they have there. It sounds worse than it is. It's 4 years maximum out in California. And you're right, he probably will do a year and a half. And maybe even some kind of a shock probation.
And then he'll come on. He'll get his own TV show.
Yeah, really.
And then they'll do some sort of reality-based show where people on propanol have to do all sorts of weird things.
Dr. Conrad Murray tells you what's up.
Yeah, they looked for some home use of propanol, and they really couldn't find anybody else in the world.
There's also no law that says you can't have it.
Well, no, of course not. It's a prescribed drug.
Hasn't been caught up yet.
Why, you know where to get some?
The pharmacist that was on the stand.
They sort of stated he's been making $115,000 a month.
Yeah.
A month.
From AEG.
Well, no wonder Michael was taking propanol. So he couldn't see the bill.
It is, isn't it by far? Well, I thought the reason they only charged him with manslaughter was because Casey Anthony walked.
Yeah, right. Well, these sensationalized trials seem to be different. If this same thing happened in Schenectady and we got some guy who's doing this, there's no question in my mind that he's guilty and he's probably going away to jail for a while.
Long time.
When you've got the situation in California, the rules are a little more lenient. I don't think he's going to walk. I think they've got him, and things keep getting worse for him. But this isn't a long jail sentence he's looking at. Worst case scenario.
It's funny too. Every picture they show of him in the courtroom, he's like
morose.
He's like, oh God, here we go. Oh, no, not you again. Oh, no. Paul, it's a pleasure as always. Paul Harding,
1010.
Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
1-800-LAW-1010.
We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Paul.
See ya.
Appreciate it. You got it.
1-800-LAW-1010.
This fall, Pix 106 wants to keep the green around a little bit longer with your shot at winning $1,000 at least 6 times every workday and a shot at the $75,000 grand prize. Just listen for the cue to call for your chance to cash in on Pix 106.
It's a jungle out there. A messy tangle of eat at the same old place, do the same old thing.